Hello YouTube land, it's Nathan here, Law Masters. Hope you guys are having a great day and thanks so much for stopping by. Alright, so today we got a budget-friendly vacuum. This is the RRE. What's unique about the RRE is it does have a camera-based navigation. So this is a 360-degree view camera that looks up at your ceilings and it helps with the positioning of the robot. Also knows where it cleans and where it needs to clean. This guy does have Wi-Fi capabilities, so yes, you can use an application. You can view the map in real time. Also, this guy can change the power levels. I believe it has 3 different power levels up to 1800 pascals. So good job on a nice colorful box, and here's some more information and what the robot can do. Looks like it does have carpet boost sensor, and in the back here we do have a wet mopping system. So yes, it comes with 2 washable mopping pads, so you can mop and you can also vacuum at the same time. And I do like the fact that they give you some information about the specs. Looks like this guy can run for about 100 minutes, and it has a 430 milliliter dustbin, and it gives you battery capacity around 2600 milliamp hours. So very nice box. So good job RRE for providing a nice colorful box. Okay, so the RRE uses a gravity-fed mopping system. It's really designed for like the light dusting and stuff, not designed for like stubborn dirt and grime. But one recommendation is pre-wet the mopping pad. Just helps get the water going. And then right here is where you fill in the water. So it looks like this guy holds about maybe 100 to 200 milliliters of water. Designed for the smaller areas here. And it should just clip on the back of the robot. Okay, so the RRE behaves a lot like the Roombas, which uses V-Slam technology as well, where it starts with a back and forth cleaning pad and kind of makes its way towards the right side of the room. Once it hits the edge there, it will move over to the left side of the room. Now, one thing to note is my dishwasher is kind of slanted, so the robot vacuum did get hung up, even though the robot vacuum is very slim, around 3.1 inches. Okay, since the RRE does have that 360-degree camera and uses V-Slam technology, it was able to reposition itself even though I physically moved the robot, and was able to continue on with its cleaning challenge. It's kind of interesting that it incorporated those chair legs last and it was still continuing on with that back and forth cleaning pad. Once it's done, it was just finish up with the perimeter sweep of the room. Okay, so once the vacuum's done with its perimeter sweep, it will actually return back to where it started from. So one interesting thing is the RRE decided to grab a hose attachment which was sitting up against the wall there, and it used that to help prevent itself from getting stuck underneath my dishwasher. So maybe this little guy is smarter than it looks. You have this little VIP customer card. So take your smartphone here, and all you have to do is just launch the camera app. And once we scan the QR code, we actually jumped right into RRE's official website here, and you can fill in your information. But I do like the fact that they do have a service. They have an email address as well, and if you go on Amazon, you can actually find this robot vacuum. I believe there's a special discount, so check out my links if you're interested in the RRE. Okay, so you do have a nice instruction manual. Has a lot of information about it, how to set the robot vacuum up. You also have some do's and don'ts. So make sure you guys read that. It's pretty important. Get that out of there. And we also have the application quick start guide. So yes, it does have a QR code. And this is the, what is this called? The To Your Smart app. And you just scan it with your smartphone and you should be good to go. I felt that the pairing process was pretty simple. Okay, let's go and sprinkle some powder down and also some cereal on my tile flooring. And we'll see how well the RRE does. Okay, so this robot vacuum is really designed for the budget-conscious consumer, maybe for someone who's looking into a robot vacuum but doesn't want to spend an arm and a leg. I think this robot vacuum would make a great secondary robot vacuum. Maybe have this guy down in the basement or maybe in the plant room, pet room. And because of its camera-based navigation, it does a pretty good job getting all the areas. It was able to keep track of where it's been and where it needs to clean. Well, if you guys can do me a huge favor, smash that like button if you find this video helpful, if you learned anything about these robot vacuums. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot a comment down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. I try to review as many robot vacuums and from different manufacturers as possible, so this helps me educate myself on like what's trending, like what's the popular features, what features to look out for, what features to avoid. Okay, let's see how well this guy does on carpet. Okay, so for some reason the RRE decided to do a diagonal pattern this time. Not 100% sure why, because I did try to line up the docking station perpendicular to the wall. But anyways, so this raw vacuum did a pretty good job on carpets. Did miss some dirt and debris, but keep in mind it's at 1800 pascals, so it's not the most powerful raw vacuum. So the raw vacuum has a height of 3.1 inches. As you can see, it was able to get underneath that lip there, but sometimes struggled due to the carpets being there. But it was able to figure out how to get itself free and keep going. Okay, we'll go ahead and look at the accessories that came with the RRE. Also, we'll check out the application and find out some unique features that this vacuum has. So we have a nice handheld remote, has a directional control panel. We actually can turn the robot on. We can tell it to go back to its docking station. And we got the different power levels. There's 3 of them. And you also have edge cleaning, got spot clean, and you can have this robot vacuum clean twice. And lastly, you can tell it, or if it hides under your bed, you can push this button and it will announce that it's in that location. Okay, so you do get 2 washable mopping pads. Very nice, just held on by Velcro here. And I believe this is probably around 100 or maybe 200 milliliters of water here. And just use warm or cold water. And here's your little filters to help with the water flow. Here's an extra side brush. And you also have a nice docking station. Nothing too crazy about this guy, but you plug in the power adapter right here. Okay, so one unique feature is you can plug in the power adapter here as well, so you can use the docking station, or you can use the power adapter to go home, and you can turn it on and also clean. But I like the fact that the flappy lid or the frisbee can get completely removed, so that's a unique feature. And here's a look inside the robot. So up here's the actual data port. This is for RRE, so they can actually update the robot. But you can update via software or Wi-Fi. So here's the camera-based system. There's the 4 magnets. And here's that 430 milliliter dustbin. Let's go and open this guy up for you guys. So it's very large. I do appreciate the large opening, so you can take a stick vacuum and kind of suction out everything. And in the back here is a filter. Okay, so let's go and flip this guy over. We'll put the lid back on. So this is your typical vacuum. Here's that VIP service, and here's the extractor bar. Let's take a look at the extractor bar here. So this is your typical combination style. You got the bristles and silicone. And if you do have hair wrapped around, you do have a nice little clean tool right here with a cutting edge. So you can just go along and cut the hair off the extractor bar. Here's a couple things I noticed about the application that kind of surprised me. So most of these robot vacuums do have like a scheduling feature where you can tell it to go out and clean on a certain day and also time. But the RRE takes it a step further. You could actually tell the robot vacuum to go clean based on the weather. So you can do humidity, temperature, sunrise, sunset, and even wind speed. So for example, let's say I want the robot vacuum to clean when the sunset. You could actually tell it like 5 minutes after the sunset, 5 minutes before the sunset. And once you have it saved, there's one unique feature is you can actually tell the robot vacuum to move in a certain direction. So yes, we have forward, backwards, left, right. You can also tell it to reset the side brush, seek the robot if the robot vacuum wants to play hide and seek with you. So it's crazy how much customization you have with the RRE. Also, this guy does have a dedicated remote control. You can use Alexa or Google. And here's a quick look at the application here. Go and jump back into the main menu. So you do get the main map here. So as the robot vacuum goes along, it will actually create a map in real time. And if we just tap on the more function, we get the Seek Robot manual control, which is basically remote control. You have 3 different section levels up to 1800 pascals. You have the smart control, which is basically a whole room. You also have wall following, spiral, and you also have some additional information like the maintenance of the side brush and filter, cleaning records, scheduling, and you can set the voice as well. So this thing has a lot of features for a budget-friendly robot vacuum. So overall, I felt that the robot vacuum did a good job for what it is. I believe it's under $200, like $180. So if you're looking for a budget-friendly robot vacuum, the RRE is not a bad choice. Just keep in mind that it's not the most powerful robot vacuum in its price point, but it did good along the edges. Was able to pick up most of the dirt and debris. Did struggle with like the powder, but that's just something that a lot of vacuums struggle with, especially around like tiles and carpeting. So if you're in the market for an easy to use roll-up vacuum with a lot of features, I think the RRE is not a bad choice. You probably can't go wrong with it. So thanks so much for watching. You guys have a great rest of your day. Be safe out there. I'll see you guys next time. Adios.